Hello and welcome to the Today is Your Day show, our new segment, Someone and Things You Need to Know. I'm your host, Jonathan Davis, and I'm so excited that you decided to join us today. You know what? I'm also excited for our guest being on the show this day, that you'll be able to hear all that she has going on, all that you can be a part of. I mean, it's just going to be amazing. Listen, just like her, you can be on this stage, on this platform. This platform is for you to allow and let the whole world know what you have going on, what you want people to be a part of, business, book, you letting the world know, hey, you exist, your business exists, your products, whatever it is, I'm giving you a chance to showcase to the world. I don't want you to be a kept secret. Let the whole world know who you are and what you have going on. Listen, this is the platform just for that. Okay? Are you ready for that? I hope you are. But reach out to me. Let me know, hey, I want to be a part of this new segment. I want the world to know who I am and what I have going on. And I will do just that for you. Listen, we have the preaching executive on the show today, and I am so excited. She is an amazing everything. And I just knew that I needed her to come on and let you know what she had going on. So I am bringing up to the stage the amazing elder Danielle Hayes.
Oh, how's it going, Jonathan?
It is going good. And I'm so excited again. Thank you so much for saying yes to coming on the show and letting these people know, hey, there's something that you have going on that they need to know about and they can be a part of it. Right?
Yes, thank you for letting me come on, though. I love you. I love what you're doing. And so I'm honored to be here. So thank you.
Sorry, but I think I love you more. And that's okay. That's okay. And you can't beat me. It's my show, so you can't win. All right. But so I'm just, again, elated that you decided to join us. And I want people to know what is your business? You have this company, this business that you are allowing and helping preachers all over the world become better. Tell me about that.
Yeah, so it's called the Preaching Executive. And the purpose of it is we help pastors and preachers thrive in and out of the pulpit. That's what we do in a nutshell. So we are a consulting firm. And the name, the Preaching Executive, comes from the thought of definitely for pastors, right? Pastors, yes, you are over the flock and yes, you are preaching, but you have to kind of think like an executive too. Because you are overseeing finances, you're overseeing staffs, and whether they're paid or volunteers, and you are in the helm of the ship, keeping an organization afloat. So even though you are a preacher, you also are an executive. So through different classes and courses that we have available, we help pastors build their executive presence. And then also we help them with sermon preparation as well. So try to make them a well-rounded person so that they can become preaching executives.
Tell me what brought this about for you? I mean, I know you've been preaching for years, and you saw that there was a need.
Absolutely. So like you said, I've been preaching for years. I'm also a pastor's kid, and my parents are they're not hirelings. Like they built a church from the ground up. So I've had a front row seat to ministry all my life. And so they really are the inspiration behind the preaching executives, because I know what it's like just watching them, what it's like to pastor, handle family, handle your own self-care while building a church and also having a business. So how do you navigate all that and make it all work and thrive? And so just my service to the church, whether it's my local church or as I preach around, I've noticed that a lot of pastors are great in the pulpit, but it doesn't translate in the boardroom, or it doesn't translate out in the marketplace. Or they are great business minded people, but their sermons fall flat. So I was like, so what can I do using my 16 years in public relations, bring that to the table and all my years in ministry and culminate that and put it together to help pastors be more polished. And whether it's in how they, talk to their volunteers, how do they handle their self care, how do they find balance, how can they take a sermon that's in their heart, but present it in a way that, regardless of the audience, they all get it. So just helping pastors find their voice and their style of ministry and being okay with that so that it thrives and their ministry thrives. So, because I believe growing pastors produce growing churches.
What do you feel has been, hmm, I would say the challenge for preachers and pastors? Is it because they haven't been progressing because they haven't found a you?
Because they haven't found a me, is that you mean? They haven't found a
Yes.
me? You know,
Yes.
I'm going to say yes.
Okay. Okay.
I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to be bold enough to say yes. I think too, sometimes pastors, um, if we're not careful, we might think we don't need coaching, or I don't need this kind of help. You know, me and God, we got this. And that's true. But God sends answers in so many different ways. And as pastors, and definitely as preachers, we've got to stay relatable. We have to be teachable. And sometimes if we're not careful, we'll just keep doing the same things that we did in 1991 or 2012, and God's doing something new. And even your community is in a different space. So I'm here to help close the gap for where pastors and preachers and ministries where they want to be and where they are now, helping them figure out what's working, what's not working, so that
Mhm.
they can move themselves forward and ultimately move the community forward to make a greater kingdom impact.
In talking to preachers and pastors, you've been coaching them for many years, and I've seen your work, and it's been amazing.
Thank you.
What do they believe has been their crutch or the wall that's been keeping them from moving forward?
You know, one of the biggest things, of course, I hear all the time is my church needs to grow. My church needs to grow. And small to medium sized churches have a really special place in my heart. And sometimes pastors, what I often hear, because like they feel like it's gotta grow, they feel if they have a small or medium sized church they can't make an impact, and that's not true. They feel that they can't make an impact until they reach 400 plus people, and I'm like, you can make an impact with just 20 or with your 100, right? And so so with that being said, I don't think a lot of churches know what their thing is, right? What makes their ministry different than other ministries in their community. So what they're doing is they're looking what everybody else is doing on social media, what everybody else is doing in their community, and it's falling flat because that's not what God called them to do. So I love helping pastors and preachers figure out what's their niche, what's their thing that makes their church different than everyone else, so that that's the thing that they drive home, and also how they can collaborate with other ministries to again make a greater impact. So there's just a lot of church growth push that folks are not seeing, and they feel like I can't do it unless I get X members, and that's not true.
So can we stay on that topic just for a quick second? Only because I've talked to other churches and or pastors, and I'm like, so what is y'all's ministry? What is it that makes y'all stand out? And a lot of them just feel like what we're all supposed to do, just win souls. And I'm like, yes, get that, but what if I had to, put my finger on something about your ministry that grabs people? What would it be? And I don't think a lot of pastors and ministries understand that each ministry has a niche. Can you
That's
expound on
right.
that just a little bit?
Yeah, every pastor, every preacher, every ministry has their own niche. And the reason why that's true is because the area God put you, he put you there for a reason. So some churches are in urban areas, some churches they're in very wealthy suburban areas. And so therefore you have to figure out, what does my community need,
Mhm.
right? Because let's be honest, the side of town you're on will dictate it. It dictates a lot. And then also, when you look at your congregants, what do they bring, right? Also, take a look. Like in Augusta, there's a heavy military presence here in healthcare and education. So when you think about all those things, think about, how does my church play a role in this? So maybe you are good at cooking meals. Maybe that's your thing, right? Maybe you are awesome at ministering to single moms because you, through your research, discovered you're in a population where there's a high number of single moms, right? So kind of finding your niche. Is it your music that's awesome? That's the thing you might need to push and maybe do music workshops. You know what I'm saying? So
Mhm.
what is the thing that your church brings to the community that adds value, right? And I don't I once again I think a lot of ministries are kind of all over the place because we're trying to be honest. We're trying to compete with everyone when we can just be like, this is our thing. We serve the homeless and the city knows it. So they know they can call on our church to provide clothes and this type of initiative and stand in that and stand boldly in that and know God will bless it.
And knowing also that your goal is to win souls, but it's different avenues in doing that.
Different avenues. Absolutely.
Hmm. Okay, so I want people to know how they can be a part of this, and this is one of the ways, right?
Absolutely. And for those who are watching, I get it. I'm super excited about this because Jonathan, your host, he is one of the instructors for this year's cohort of the C suite.
No
And
honor.
this is, yeah, I'm excited. So thank you, Jonathan.
Thank
And
you.
I'll tell you, the C suite is for those preachers and pastors and ministry leaders who are serious about taking their ministry to the next level. Like you are ready to make the investment, a monthly. Well, let me start here. It's only $120, just one payment for an entire 12 months.
Can't
But
beat that.
every month, say that one more time.
They can't beat that. I mean,
You can't. For
that's
just
chump change.
120. Yeah, yeah. For $120, you're getting all of this that you see online. So it's a 12-month membership. You get monthly live group coaching with instructors like Jonathan and other amazing, very effective and respected ministry leaders and business leaders. You also get one on one coaching sessions with me. It's your personal growth plan. We do that every month. You choose the date and the time, and we make it work. We check in with each other. How are you doing in your ministry? How are you going? How are you thriving in your personal life, right? We also You also are a part of a private Facebook group so that you can share your wins with colleagues from all over the world. And then lastly, you get our monthly newsletter that is packed with ministry resources and ministry news so that you can stay in the know of things that will keep your ministry moving forward. So, like, how can the church use artificial intelligence? And how can we minister to congregants in our church that are from different, coming in from different denominations. So there's tons of resources in that newsletter that can help you become a stronger ministry leader. And I'm excited about it.
Can I just say that if a preacher, pastor, leader does not take advantage of this, they are really doing their ministry an injustice because one, she has allowed you all to do this amazing program for just $120 for the year.
For the
For
year.
the year, you all spend that in lunch or dinner, or maybe it's just me. But but I'm telling you, I mean, look at all these great things that you will get in this for the 12-month membership. Listen, if you have been just asking God, help us grow, what is it that we're needing? I promise you, you just got your answered prayer. God just answered your prayer because it's right here. The C suite is what you need. Listen, I'm excited. I'm honored to be a part of this. I'm excited and honored to be able to impart in these preachers and pastors and leaders that are going to be a part of this. But I am just blown away at all that you all get just for this amount of money.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so it is all right. So what happens at the end of this program, or does it continue? Do they just stay with you this one year and then you ship them off, or like how does it? Like the baby birds, it's like okay, you grown up, go now, get out the nest. How does this work?
Yeah, so how it works is at the end of the 12 month, of course, you'll get a certificate saying that, you are part of the Preaching Executive C-suite. And then, of course, the next cohort will open um, for the next group. And if you want to stay in the C-suite, you can. But even when you sign up for the C-suite, you will continuously get news from the preaching executive, so you'll know when we have upcoming conferences and summits, so that you can stay connected. But you won't be in this membership per se. You'll stay in the Facebook private group, but all these different courses and coachings, you'll have to go back to paying like the regular price, right? For those services separately. But you can re-enroll for the next one, because we'll have different teachers. Hopefully Jonathan will stay on forever and ever and ever, as long as you
You
keep
got,
saying yes. That is my goal.
and I will, and
Um,
will.
Yes, because I believe in you and I love how you pour into ministers. And so, but there'll be different teachers every cohort. And so you can stay on, and this is what I also would recommend: invest in another minister in your church,
Mhm.
and invest in your ministry team and tell them, y'all, the church will pay for it. We'll pay for three, we'll pay for five, just invest in your church as well. So
So tell us how they're watching this. They see this. How do we get to be a part of this?
yeah, so just go to thepreachingexecutive.com. You'll see the space in there about the C suite. You just click the button, go ahead and register, and then you'll get an email from the company letting you know the different things that are coming up. And so that, you can go ahead and get ready to start receiving the newsletter and your links, and you can go ahead and start scheduling your coaching sessions with me. So and I'm excited. We got folks from all over the country that have signed up, from Kentucky to Georgia, and I'm just really really excited. And churches from all different backgrounds and different
Mhm.
denominations. So there's a lot of this is going to be a great meeting of the minds for
I
sure.
believe it. Truly believe this, and I believe you heard from the Lord to doing this, because I believe there's
Thank
so
you.
many ministries that are in need of this. Because also, and you made a comment to this. I think a lot of times we get so ministry minded, we forget that the church is also a business, and people don't like to acknowledge that. But the church is also a business. Can you talk on that just for a moment?
Yeah, it's true. And I don't know why that kind of weirds people out, but it's true. It's true. You are running a business, Pastor, and your ministry team, they're helping you run this business. Your ministry is only as good as your volunteers. Your ministry is only as good as your staff. And that's how you got to think, because you're only in that pulpit for maybe 30 minutes on a Sunday or midweek. But the rest of that time you are doing full executive work. And so people are bringing their tithes and their offerings to your church. And they want to make sure when they hit that switch, the lights come on. They want to know, is the church fulfilling its commission? Are we in the community, or are we a country club? People want to feel valued when they come to the church. And I mean, they're called members for a reason. So
Correct.
you have to think like an executive. You have to do assessments of your organization. Are we stagnant, or are we moving forward? Here's another thing that comes along with remembering that this is a business. Um, it's church growth by church transfer, if that makes sense. And this really makes people uncomfortable, Jonathan, because yeah, we see growth, but it's from other churches. It's not true evangelism. And if a lot of pastors will be honest, it's easy to witness to other Christians than trying to get new converts,
Uh-huh.
right? So
Uh-huh.
if we're honest about our numeric growth, they're coming from the church down the street. But guess what? They're coming with a whole bunch of issues to you, Pastor, because they're going to come in saying, well, this is how we used to do it over here. And I'll be honest, as pastors, we really should be praying for new converts, because
Hmm.
it's a difference than bringing home a baby from an orphanage versus when you have birthed them.
Hmm.
You know what I
Come on,
mean?
teach us tonight.
So, oh gosh, but that's what I'm saying. So you have to, when you're thinking like an executive, you're looking at data. Where's our growth coming from? what programs are working? Are we having more programs than we're seeing new members? So you got to think like an executive and look at the boring data, but the data and prayer will help you move forward.
What could you say? And you may have said this, and I just feel like I just really want someone to get this because I just feel a lot of these churches are hurting because they feel like seeing the church as a business is the world. And I'm thinking, no, like what have you talked to um preachers or pastors that you had to really drill this home or bring this home that, hey, you need to understand your church is hurting right now because you're not handling business.
Absolutely. I've made some pastors and preachers mad because they don't want
Ah!
to. And I'm gonna tell you, when you're one of my clients, it's no holds bar. I am not, and I'm sure those who are clients of Jonathan, y'all feel the same way with him. Because we want you to grow. And so it makes preachers uncomfortable where I'm like, look, you are losing members. And if you keep losing members, guess what? That's gonna mess where you live. That is impacting your livelihood. And I know we're not in it just for our livelihood,
Mhm.
but if you have paid staff members, you're impacting their livelihood. So this is to a certain degree a business you're running. So that's why you want to make sure that, if you have greeters or security in the parking lot, they are the first preachers they meet from your church. So that's why you've got to make sure from the parking lot to the pulpit, people are giving amazing customer service. You are looking at strategies on how you can follow up with visitors, right? You want to make sure that those who have joined your church, do they feel valued? Do they feel seen? Do they feel a part, right? So you have to think about all these avenues and to safeguard them, because it's not just you, pastor, that will be impacted. It's the lives of others that are serving in that church. So it's a business. It's a business.
Can you and thank you because I think that if they even grasp that little bit, those nuggets that you just shared would change their whole ministry. Because again, I've seen ministries struggle because I'm thinking, yes, I understand that you are the church, but you can't fully give everything because guess what? You want the doors to be able to open when y'all come back next Sunday. You want to have heat when it's cold outside, AC when it's hot. It's like so you need to do what you need to do to handle business, just like you do at your home, making sure the bills are paid. You need to do the same thing at church. Guess what? In doing so at home, you're going to work, and it's just it all comes together. It all makes sense. I just need
Yeah.
people to understand. Yes, it's a church. Yes, it's a place where people come and to learn and to live better lives and find out who Jesus is and all that He has to offer, or whatever faith you have. But it is also a place where the lights need to be on. The people will shut your doors down, close your doors if you're not paying the mortgage. I mean, like all those things matter. All those things matter. Is
Absolutely.
there something else that will open their eyes to making sure they know that they need to be a part of your program?
Yeah, I want to encourage pastors and preachers to see just how important this is. Society is changing, Christendom is changing. We know God never changes, but it is important for us to remain relevant, and we must always stay in a space where we're always assessing where we are as preachers, where we are as disciples, where we are as what is our church doing to disciple those who are members. Are we getting more donors? Like you have to be a well-rounded preacher that is not only impactful in the pulpit, but you're impactful when you step out that pulpit, right?
Mhm.
So, and if you are ready to make that investment, I mean seriously ready to make that investment, this is one way you could do it, is by signing up for the C-suite. Let's be honest, you can go to conferences and all that, that's great, but you don't get the hands-on attention like you'll get at the C-suite, right? You can go to all these big Christian leadership conferences, which is great, and I endorse them, and you should go. But let's be honest, how many of those speakers are going to do one-on-one coaching with you every single month when you need it? Can you really have these one-on-one or group coaching sessions with these leaders and say, "Can I ask you a question?" Am I right? You're not going to get that. And you're
No,
definitely not going to get it for just one payment of $120 for sure. So that's why, if you are ready to connect with others who are in the kingdom working, just as hard as you are, if you're ready to have this one-on-one hands-on coaching session, sign up for the C-suite. It's here. It closes June 1st because our sessions begin in June, and then this won't open again until May of 2025. So don't wait. Go ahead and register.
listen, if you all have to sell some fish plates or have sell some barbecue, whatever you got to do, I need you to make sure you got your money together to be a part of this program that will truly bless your ministry. Your congregation needs it. And I just believe that it's a blessing that you've been waiting for, and I don't want you to miss it. I don't want you all to miss this blessing. It's only $120. I cannot believe she is offering it this low, but she follows the Lord. And just, listen, I don't want you all to miss it. I don't want you all to miss it. And I say this: if you are a preacher, pastor, and you say, "I want to do this," and you don't want to do it alone, pay for another pastor to do it with you. Pay for another pastor. I'm telling you, you both will be blessed by this. Don't miss this opportunity to bless your ministry and to be blessed and to learn. We're going from glory to glory, and I believe that joining this program will help you do just that. How do we be a part of this again? What do we do?
Yep. Just go to thepreachingexecutive.com. You'll see the information on the website. Just go ahead and click the button and register. And don't forget the window closes June 1st because the cohort or the classes begin in June. And they won't reopen until May 2025.
Okay. I'm going to acknowledge our sponsors in one moment. And while I'm doing that, I'll bring you right back to say a closing word to the people. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you.
All right. I definitely want to thank our sponsors for the Today Is Your Day show, starting with the Proclamation 101. They have a Bible study every Thursday at 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm telling you all, they are such a blessing. They just bring the Bible to life. Great conversations. It's interactive. I want you to go to YouTube and subscribe to the Proclamation 101. This is every Thursday. I don't want you to miss it. Also, every Thursday at noon Eastern Standard Time, you can check out Young People Nation podcast hosted by Eugene and Donna Perry. They talk about topics that you need to hear about. Yes, it's focused on young people, but I don't care what age you are. The topics and the conversation that they have are so raw and real that it blesses you at any age. A lot of times I listen and I'm thinking, wow, I wish someone would have talked to me about these things when I was coming up, or helps you talk to your youth and the young people in your life right now. I'm telling you, it's really a blessing, and I don't want you to miss it again. Every Thursday at noon Eastern Standard Time, they go live with the podcast, but you can also catch them on YouTube as well. We also want to thank our partner, A Word and a Song. You can catch Montre Roberts. Go to Facebook and look up Montre Roberts, and it's every third Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, A Word and a Song. Also, if you are in the Dallas-Fort Worth area or want to be next Sunday, June 2nd at 10:30 a.m., they are doing the Rebirth of Reset, the perfect place for imperfect people. Apostle Ray Williams will be hosting. I'm telling you, it is going to be an amazing service that you don't want to miss. You still have time to get your plane tickets to fly over to Dallas and meet them at the Rebirth of Reset. It's Reset Church, and they're having the Rebirth of Reset. They're launching their ministry, and I'm telling you, it's going to be a powerful, powerful service. June 2nd at 10:30 a.m. You don't want to miss it. All right, so those are our sponsors and our partners, and I definitely want you to acknowledge them, reach out to each one of those organizations, participate, be a blessing to them. Again, on Thursdays, Thursday night at 8 p.m., the Proclamation 101, Thursdays at noon, the Paris with Young People Nation, every third Sunday with Montre Roberts, a word and a song. And if you're in the Dallas area, next Sunday at 10:30, the Rebirth of Reset. So we are going to bring our guests back to the stage with some closing remarks.
Yes, thank you again, Jonathan, for letting me come on the show. And I just want to, first off, before I leave, tell folks if you have not started following Jonathan, you need to start following Jonathan and this amazing platform, because I love everything you post, Jonathan, because it is. If every day we wake up saying this is my day, it sets the tone. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel, follow him on all the socials, and just book him too to coach you. I promise you will be blessed. And again, pastors, preachers, if you're ready to go to the next level, I am honored to be your partner in ministry. So we're here, the Preaching Executive. And join the C-suite, and I hope to see you there.
I'm gonna post it one more time just so they can see this amazing program that I don't want them to miss. Again, y'all, it's only $120 for the whole year. You could not get that anywhere. And look at all the things that you will be getting just for $120 for the whole year. You don't want to miss this blessing, this opportunity, and this chance for you to help your ministry grow and for you to be even amazing preacher, a pastor, or leader. Okay. Woo. Again, I want to thank Danielle Hayes for being on the Today is Your Day show and our new segment, Someone and Things That You Need to Know, because I believe that whatever you have going on, people need to know about it. You have been a blessing to me in so many ways.
Same.
And also, we're still late. I know I'm a few days behind, but happy anniversary to you and Dr. John Hayes. Love you guys. I always remember because y'all are May 18th. My parents are on May 19th. So I will never forget either one of y'all's because it was 1 year.
1 year.
Been a year now? Awesome.
Yes. And y'all, fun fact, Jonathan played a role in us getting together. He one day, that's a whole, I'll say that for the Preaching Executive platform. Jonathan played a major role. Yes. Yes.
Well,
I'm one of Jonathan's earlier clients and still a client.
Listen, we coach each other. That's how this is working. And that's how we're making it. But again, I thank you and congratulations on this amazing program and everything else that you have going on in your life. Also, if people want to book you to come preach at their church or their conference or speak to whatever, how do they do that? Same way or?
Yeah, you could go straight to the website. You could, write me through the website, or it's easier, just send me an email. It's hello@thepreachingexecutive.com, and we'll get back to you very promptly. So, and happy anniversary to your parents too. Please tell them that.
Thank you. I will. Yeah. 51 years. 51 years.
Awesome. But yeah, that's how folks they can reach me, and I'm always happy to serve.
Awesome. Again, I thank you. Y'all sign up. Go today to thepreachingexecutive.com. Correct?
Yes. Yes.
I will put it once this airs. I will put it in the post so people can know where they need to go, and they'll see, as they saw right a few minutes ago, they'll see where to go. Excuse me. But I want to make sure people don't miss out on this blessing. Hey, if you feel like your church needs to grow and you're not the preacher or pastor, hey, send this to your pastor and say, hey, bless your pastor with it. Bless this gift to your pastor. Say, hey, pastor, I have paid for a membership for you that I think will be truly a blessing. I want you a part of this. I want you a part of it. So, or just tell them to watch this. If it's on the replay, tell them to watch it so they can be blessed and know that they need to connect with Danielle Hayes and the Preaching Executive. Amen, church. Amen. Well, again, thank you, Danielle. And I want those watching to know it doesn't have to be your birthday for today to be your day.